Okay, I should have read my bio because some of that's in my speech. So old. Can I hold this? Yeah, I don't like that.
Takes all the microphone.
Let's remember that the man tried to fix this. And that the women actually fixed it.
So give it up for the man. Old, I'm 13 in spirit. So raise your hand if you're young in spirit. Right? So after all, I did start my first company at age 52 to empower women, which you've just heard, to change our statistics. Why? Because life begins at 50, of course. So what does being of a certain age mean to me? It's a number. It means more health maintenance, like we're cars. More doctors, more procedures, more aching bones. So my spirit flies. I have to say, however, my body's getting cozy. The best thing about that is discovering more amazing alternatives. That's why one of the modules in the Areti Goddess Online Program, which is my legacy, is super health for mind, body and spirit. And it includes this great exercise that is said to reprogram your DNA, which I love. So being of a certain age means I can now call something my legacy. One of the benefits of age is that I've put a lifetime and fortune on personal and spiritual growth and all my professional experience into it to empower women personally and professionally to be the leaders we deserve to be. And why? Because it is actually vital for our cultural survival to bring balance between masculine and feminine to the world. The Areti Goddess Online Program is my contribution. So at a certain age, it's all about staying young, looking beautiful, getting work done. But for me, it's more about the wisdom, ease and grace after the angst and the struggle of youth. Being of a certain age means overcoming a permanent state of heightened anxiety when I was young. It means overcoming childhood trauma. Being of a certain age means I don't have to be an overachiever anymore. I attended about 10 different schools in 2 countries, restless parents. By the time I was at uni, I became an overachiever. I had to do something with all that anxiety. Being a certain age means no longer needing the approval of others. I wanted to be an actor, of course. My childhood left me without self-worth, boundaries. What else would I do? They say acting is character building. Well, it's true. Most of us go through a few job interviews in life. Actors attend about 1 million auditions at the mercy of several stakeholders. Being of a certain age means I can be present in my body. Childhood trauma impacted my health, wealth, relationships. In fact, I wasn't actually in my body for many years. I wasn't present. Being of a certain age means I can sniff out toxic relationships immediately. Early on, I went from one toxic relationship to another. My first love was obsessive, possessive. He literally used to get violent if someone so much as looked at me. And he was Turkish, which made our love story a Romeo and Juliet story, except we didn't die, because my background is Greek. So that ended in tears, of course. His family sent him away to marry a Turkish girl after we were engaged. For a while, I continued attracting great men with addictions and other major problems, narcissists, gaslighters, you name it. So I had my heart broken time and time again, and I used to try and save them. Big mistake. A friend used to say, Tula, you're like a bus, and people get on, you help them, and then they get off and they leave you all alone. These relationships ended with the craziest of all. I thought he was normal because he worked in IT. Well, he ended up having a complete double life. He was addicted to drugs, alcohol, gambling, connected to the underworld, you name it. So I'm not joking. I saw a counsellor and I told him, I keep attracting men with problems. And his response was, what's the common denominator here? And I said, well, they all have problems. And he said, no, it's you. How rude, I thought. He did get me into a 2-year program though on relationships, and that was a massive gift. Being of a certain age means getting off the roller coaster of the drama we're all addicted to. My acting career brought me to Sydney, making films, still on a roller coaster, in and out of contracts, doing bread and butter jobs in between. I ended up making films for Tropfest, all of them born of visions I had, until I had the biggest vision of all, and that was my biggest downfall as well. This began the humanitarian project dedicated to the UNMP with a group of volunteers. Ideas kept running through my head during the night, like a radio was turned on. So I did the equivalent of 2 full-time jobs. I didn't sleep for about a year. I was online with the UN and ideas kept coming up. So first what happened was I lost my memory. I would walk out of my house and not know which way to go. Or I would forget the stove on. Or I would come out of the lift where I'd worked for years and not know which way to go. And then all my organs shut down. So I was out. I collapsed. That was the most depressing time of my life. My spirit was saving the world while my body couldn't get off the couch. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. The universe, I learned, never fails to give you what you need, even if it's not what you want. I had to learn to manage my energy. So with health issues, my living situation kept having me move time again through no fault of my own. So it wasn't until my 40s I moved into my sanctuary and I felt safe. And here's the funny thing. I didn't know I was unsafe until I felt safe. And then my life started in peace. I became a coach and a mentor. A late bloomer, nonetheless proud to say, I have left struggle behind for ease and grace. Being a certain age means learning to love myself and treat myself with respect. Older, wiser, and happier. If I had one statement to make, it would be, I did it my way. Remember, age is only a number. Being of a certain age, however, gives you a wealth of knowledge and experience you just can't have when you're young. So my big message to you is you are only as young as your spirit. Don't let anything stop you from doing what you love. Thank you.